a crazy 2 weeks.
Insane.
A lot has happened. Taylor and I have been crazy busy just with like personal life, work life. It's just been all over the place, and it makes me think that we're just like on go mode 100% of the time, that we're starting to like lose our focus in a way.
Yeah, I feel like it's been so busy. Like, first off, work has just been so busy.
Yes.
And then it occurred to me that I get married in literally what feels like a few months.
I know.
Like, and now we're like full throttle. Diana and I officially have been on 2 trips this year. We go on our third in a
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So on top of, being normal 20-year-olds in 2 completely different lives, we're also traveling at the same time.
Yeah, and it gets hectic because we just have so much planning to do, especially for like Taylor's trip. We're like looking at flights. We're like, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna leave from?
The Bats trip, it's gonna be so much fun. So we've been looking at tickets. Did not know that you can get direct flights from Panama City to Austin, Texas for super cheap.
Yeah.
But also did not notice how many freaking cute Airbnbs are in Austin, Texas. Holy crap.
We were looking at those last night, and there was like a bunch of cool ones. One was actually kind of creepy. The one had like a 3-tier bunk bed.
Super strange.
I cannot
but no one tells you that, like, when you're like putting a batch trip together, obviously, like, I've been working really close with like my bridesmaids and like my maid and matrons of honor, but it's a lot. Like, it's, finding flights, it's figuring out who's driving, who's flying, hopefully someone can drive, because you have a lot of things that you're bringing on this trip. Airbnbs, where we're eating, like all the things, which is so much fun, but definitely gets like very overwhelming. So word to the wise, if you are planning a batch trip, or any type of trip, really make sure that you have someone that can like kind of head it with you, and designate things. I've designated certain tasks to people, and that's definitely helped a lot.
Yeah.
So.
And also like being money conscious at the same time. Like, she's trying to stay within a budget to help everyone out, because we also don't want to, leave our pockets dry, booking a trip. But honestly, with the amount of people that are going on this bachelorette trip, it should be easy to.
We have about 12 people,
budget.
so like we can get like a really cool Airbnb for less than $100 a night each, which will be really neat.
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people don't tell you about too, with like just like weddings in general, is like the financial side of things. Like, yes, weddings are like really expensive, but also it's like awkward because you're like asking people, not like for money, like donations, but like, for instance, I was like telling Diana, like, oh yeah, we have to book the Airbnb. And I'm like, it's very awkward to be like, hi friends, please send me $200 each. Like, I don't know. Like, it's very awkward when we're like paying for like our vendors and stuff like that. It's just been like kind of weird. Like, I'm like calling my mom. I'm like, hey, I know I have my own job and like my own life, but can you send me $1,000?
You said you would help.
It's just a lot. It's very like awkward. But at the end of the day, like, everyone wants to help you. Everyone wants to be there. Like, my dad and I were having a conversation the other day, and he's like, when me and your mom found out that we were having a little girl, we like looked forward to the day that we got to pay for your wedding. And I was like, wow, how blessed am I that like I have parents that can do that first off financially, but like want to do it. And it's very different, like, because not a lot of people get that opportunity and the honor. So we're definitely very blessed and learning how to enjoy being blessed with money in such a weird time.
I'll definitely say that's different in my culture. My culture is more of like, no, like, if you want a wedding, you're going to have to pay for your own wedding.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean your culture?
I'd say the Hispanic culture. Like, yes, you have like, usually you have godparents, but in my case, I don't think I'm going to have like godparents. Usually you have like godparents in like the Catholic tradition that, sponsor you for the rope that they put over you, or you have somebody that sponsors you for your veil and stuff like that. But I don't think when I get married, I'm not going to do that. So it's definitely going to come out of my pocket. So I was thinking about that, because I've asked my mom and dad, and my mom was like, no, you want a wedding, you're going to have to pay for it. And I know in like
that's
the American
so crazy
culture, it's like the bride's parents, they help out some, and then
they do the wedding, and then the groom's parents do like the rehearsal dinner.
Right. Yeah. So,
Dang.
and then the groom like helps pay for the honeymoon.
Yeah.
So for me, it's going to be completely different.
That is so interesting. Well, good thing we don't have to think about you, you
Good thing
getting
I don't
married.
have to worry about that anytime soon.
I'm sure you guys are wondering, what the frick happened? Diana was talking to someone. Diana, you can take it over from here.
Now it looks like it's down in the dumps. It's non-existent anymore. So whoever I was talking to, they're out of the picture.
So what happened, Diana? Tell us what happened.
Okay, so like conversation was good, and like I talked to Taylor about this. I was like, don't you find it weird that I only hear from him like once a day, and sometimes like it took him like to respond 1 or 2 days?
Let it be known that we had a conversation with me, Diana, and 2 other people.
Yes.
And the 2 other people were like, Diana, don't get fixed up on it. And I was like, no, screw him. It is not that hard to send a text message. How's your day going? It takes 2 seconds.
Exactly.
And I was defending Diana, and I was like, no, you should be offended.
And
And
I
the
was
other people were like, no, it's okay.
There's no way. Our generation looks at our phones every single day.
all the time.
I don't care. I mean, in what profession? I mean, I'm sure there's professions where like you do go days without, looking at your phone. But I knew about his profession, and I'm like, you're not constantly away from your phone.
Tell us
this
his
whole time.
profession, Diana.
So his profession was he teaches guitar lessons to kids that are homeschooled in his area because his area has really bad schools. So a good majority of the kids around there are homeschooled. So he took this opportunity and I was like, okay, I'm gonna teach guitar lessons,
Which is so sweet.
which is like smart. And I'm
to be
like,
a jerk
okay.
of a guy.
Exactly. And I think what gets me the most is he said that he was like a really Christian conservative guy, and I was like, okay, like what kind of morals do you have? Because these are not very Christian like morals.
And he just like dropped off the face of the planet.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good FaceTime call on Tuesday, and then all of a sudden I didn't hear anything back from him, and I'm like, at this point, I'm not even gonna reach out anymore. What's done, it's done. And I'm like, it's just, I think it's aggravating more because people aren't upfront about their feelings anymore. And they just go into ghost mode because he said he was a great communicator, but obviously he's not because he can't communicate his feelings. So
I just don't understand. Like, is it genuinely like that hard for people to like send a text message or be like, hey, how's your day? Or just like, I don't know, like we even have Snapchat. Not that like everyone should use it, but like it takes like 2 seconds to just like send a pic of like your lunch. Like, I don't know. Just like tell me you're alive. Like,
well,
I don't understand.
I don't use Snapchat. If anything, like I hate using
but like
Snapchat
but
to
like you
communicate with
could
somebody.
like if he was like like if he sent you a Snapchat, you couldn't complain about it.
Right, yeah, but
Like at least he's trying to like tell you
effort. Yeah.
Yeah, the effort was there. Like, is this normal? Is this like normal dating?
Am I being like too picky? Like, I already understand that my standards are like sometimes a little bit too high, but honestly, like a text back doesn't hurt anyone. Like, it's not that much of your time. I text hundreds of people every day.
I mean, yeah, I don't get it, but
I don't get it either. Anyway, well, I deleted Hinge at the time because I was like, oh, maybe let me see if this works out.
But it's back.
It's back again.
Just so everyone knows, Diana didn't even tell me what happened. Her phone was just like in front of me one day and it went off and I looked down and she's like, oh, sorry about that. I was like,
so I have
what
Hinge back again.
happened?
And the funny thing is, when we were like in our talking stage, he had deleted his profile because it wasn't appearing on Hinge because I still had Hinge for a little bit.
So
when we were
I told
talking.
Diana, wow, it's getting serious. He deleted his profile. This is real.
Yeah, and apparently it's not because when I downloaded Hinge again, his profile popped back up.
Did you swipe on it just to tell him you were there?
Oh, heck no.
You should have just been like, hey, still here.
No.
Gotcha ass. Like, I don't know. I felt like that would have been so
just-
funny.
Whenever stuff like that happens, I just drop it and move on because it's like
Versus
not gonna give you
I'm
any
like
more of my
petty
energy.
as frick.
No, it's not worth my energy anymore. So, I mean,
So Diana's
we'll just
back
keep you
in
posted.
dating.
Yes, unfortunately, it's so hard. So we do a lot of like cold calling and like just making sure we're keeping up with our clients. And honestly, like being on Hinge feels like cold calling, which I hate cold calling. Because I have to maintain these conversations.
Did you just compare cold calling to Hinge?
Yes, I did, because that's what it feels like. I have to keep up with all these conversations, all these guys, make sure I don't mess up who I'm talking to. Because it gets so overwhelming.
What a real world problem.
All of a sudden, like, whenever I start, it gets to like, okay, maybe I match with like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
And then recently, overnight, like 13 matches showed up, and I was like, damn, now I
Diana's popular. They
now
love
I
a
have to
Hispanic.
keep up with all these guys. It's just aggravating. It's
Yeah.
just, and especially with how we're dealing with work right now, which I would say it's gone uphill like very quickly. Just
What
like
did you
how
just say?
busy. Uphill.
Uphill?
Uphill.
Uphill.
Heel.
Hill.
I can't. Hill.
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 Uphill.
Uphill.
Stop saying.
I can't. That's how I say it.
Anywho, sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I feel like work has gotten so busy.
Yes.
Like just in the past week, I feel like I've like booked like 20 to 30 new like appointments, whether it's like buyer consultations or showings. There's definitely a lot of people coming to buy. A lot of military people have got their orders. Yeah. Their orders to be moved down here, stationed down here. So super, super busy with that. But it's looking good. Spring market is here and it's coming in hot.
It's been here for a while. And I think even with like all the Middle East turmoil going on and like gas prices going up, interest rates are like extremely high right now. They were a little bit under 6% and now they're over 6% because of, you know, what's going on with the world. But anyway, even with all of that going on, we're still like getting showings left and right.
Yeah.
So I don't think people really care. They're just like, if we need to move, we need to move.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, as much as people wish interest rates were like 2 or 3%, first off, the chances of it ever getting there again is probably not going to happen for a long time. But
not in our lifetime.
I think that like there's a chance they could get lower. And I think that a lot of people are just like having this realization that like if you want a new house, like just higher interest rate, higher, quote higher, even though they actually are like statistically like very low. Like they used, the average used to be like 12%, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. And at one point, like from when I was doing real estate, it was at 7%.
Yeah. So I mean, like we've come a long way, even from like 12 to 7 to, well, 6 and then 5 and then 6 and 5. But you know, it's good. And there's rate buy downs and so many different things that people can do to help lower interest rates. I think it's just about talking to the right person that can really inform you and give you the knowledge of what you need to do to get that lower payment. Because honestly, sometimes it doesn't even come down to the interest rate.
No.
Sometimes it just comes down to how much you're putting down or how much is coming off that purchase price. And you've got to have someone that is like mathematically able to do that equation to get you that number.
Yeah. Especially, I think our greatest asset is that we work with incredible lenders here in the area. So we always have someone under our belt that can definitely help you out to, you know, any financial situation that you're in, kind of give you pointers and like what assistance is out there to help you out. So that's definitely like a huge help when it comes to this kind of business.
Yeah. Lovely.
Yes.
Anywho, well, yeah, life's been really busy. We're not in World War III like we thought we were going to be in the last episode.
Yeah.
So good to know we're all still alive. No atomic or nuclear bomb has gone off yet.
Thankfully.
This light is so bright. That's why I keep like squinting my eyes. So please forgive.
What's going on?
I don't think we're recording.
Because it's flashing?
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little technical difficulty.
It's been our main thing today. I mean, even before we got, you know, recording today, we had a lot of trouble setting up this whole recording device.
I just haven't had like any caffeine today. So like that's why I'm so quiet. Like my brain is just not functioning and I keep like talking in circles. So like Diana has to take it over basically.
Anyway, we were struggling. We were plugging all the cameras in, all the audio in, and then
mind you, we've already done this like 6 times.
Yeah, we've done
like
this
we've done
hundreds
a
of times.
few episodes. We've been in here even before episodes, just like playing around.
Yeah.
So it's not our first or second rodeo, my dude.
And like one thing that we need the most is a hard drive to connect to the little keyboard that records all of this.
But there's always been one here.
Yeah.
So my philosophy is, why should we buy one when there's already one here?
And the one time that we're so crammed in our schedule is not here. Mind you, we also we were missing one of the studio chairs, but we luckily found that. We found what we thought was a hard drive, but it was actually just a freaking dongle. Literally 30 minutes trying to figure out why the keyboard wasn't
I
recording.
was literally going stupid. I was like, I'm pressing record. It's not working. I tried everything. Diana was like, what's going on? I was like, I mean, it kind of looks like what we usually use, but I don't think it's what we usually use. And our studio guy is out of town because he flies from here to New York. So we literally call him. We're like, Chris, we don't know what to do.
We sent him pictures.
He's like, oh,
we
sweetie,
thought was a hard drive.
that is not a hard drive.
He called us laughing at us. But we found a hard drive. But now we know we're gonna have to buy our own hard drive and just like bring it in every time we come in here.
Right.
But anyway, that was our setup today. That was our kind of like. I think that's also kind of why like we're out of
Yeah, we're definitely out of sorts today.
Yeah.
But I do know one reason that we're here today. And I'm sure you are all wondering, when is the announcement coming? And when I say you guys, I mean me and Diana, because I think we're the only people that watch this. Diana doesn't even watch it. I do. But we are proud to announce our 1% Better Club will be launching at the start of next Tuesday when this episode comes out. It is going to be our go-to accountability group. So if you are someone that is looking at doing better in your own business as an entrepreneur, someone that is trying to lose weight or get fit and go to the gym, or just someone that's just trying to go to church, trying to read more, whatever your goals are, if you are struggling to attain them, rather than paying a coach hundreds or thousands of dollars to just hold you accountable, we have opened up this accountability group. We are limiting it to the first 30 people. We have a nice questionnaire that you get to fill out at your own time. Of course, it's the first come, first serve. Spots are very limited. We do not want too big of a group to start out with, but it is a 90-day commitment, completely free. And all that you do is you fill out the questionnaire, send it to me and Diana. You go ahead and get a seat in the club, 1% Better Club. We partner you with someone that we think is going to be a really good fit and hold you accountable. And basically, we kind of check up with everyone once a week. We do a 30-minute Zoom call just to kind of hear everyone's highs and lows, their accomplishments, where they're struggling. And then once a month, we are going to do a fun little outing for everyone in the club, whether it is going out to get drinks or doing like an actual, fun little activity together. We'll kind of figure that out as time goes on. But we are super excited for people to join, become accountable. It will start off on April 1st. So it'll open up next week, or I'm sorry, when this goes out, it'll open up when this comes out. Go until April 1st, and then we'll close down if all 30 get filled. If not, no biggie.
We'll work with what we have.
Yeah, but it'll be fun. It'll go for 90 days. The reason we chose 90 days is 90 days is what you need statistically to form a habit. So we felt like it would be perfect, and we are super, super excited for it. Obviously, the whole podcast is We Meant to Be Productive. Just people in their 20s that are just so busy going through all sorts of different life challenges and obstacles. And Diane and I have partnered together and shown that if you have someone that wants to do good and wants you to do good, holding each other accountable can definitely bring goodness out of everything. It definitely
helps. I mean, like, if anything, I'd say this is kind of like a testimony, just like me and Taylor partnering up and actually like getting a start to this whole podcast, because it was always in the talks. I've always wanted to start a podcast, and Taylor came into my life and she kind of like held me accountable. Okay, we're going to do this, this, and this at such certain time. So I think the 1% Better Club, it's definitely going to help benefit all the people that want anything in their personal life, religious life, work life. It's definitely going to help you, keep you accountable, stop procrastinating, because that's our biggest, setback right now. A lot of procrastinators, and sometimes it all is because of your phone. And so we definitely want to help people out. Also, get you out of your comfort zone, socialize more. We'll be partnering you up with another person, so it'll be groups of 2. Hopefully we'll have 15 groups and kind of have it figured out. She'll take care of 8 groups. I'll take care of 7. So we'll go from there, and hopefully we can get people to sign up. I think it's something like really incredible that we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just like you and another friend that's like, ooh, like this would be fun. Like, let's get into like going on like at least a 1 mile walk every day. Like, if that is your goal, like let's freaking do it. Let's partner you up with someone, hold each other accountable, whatever it may be. I have a good friend of mine that lives over in Panama City, and her goal is literally at minimum to do like 1 mile a day, whether it's walking, running, whatever it is. And it's really cool. She has like a running app where like I kind of can keep track of like what she's doing, and she can keep track of what I'm doing. And it's really fun, and it's just a way to hold you accountable. You know, Diana and I go to a lot of conferences, and we hear a lot about how, you know, there's these like big time success stories. And I think the biggest thing that we always take away is that it doesn't happen immediately. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in the fourth video. We actually heard from this like really famous, like I would guess you would say like celebrity in Orlando that does a lot of videos. And he was like, it wasn't until my 100th video that I finally was getting like views, like 100 views. Like now he gets like millions and like hundreds of thousand views. Like it's insane. But like, it's just a testimony that like it doesn't happen immediately. But like if you continuously do it, things will come to fruition. And I think it's going to really benefit everybody.
Fruitation. I'm just kidding.
I love fruitation.
Whether it be like a small goal or a big goal, it doesn't matter. I mean, it takes building blocks to get to your, you know, biggest goal. So, I mean, just come with anything that you have in mind that you really want to work on. You really want to, you know, get your hands on just getting started. I think it's the biggest thing. Like I said, no matter how big or small this goal is.
It'll be wonderful. Amazing. So make sure you sign up. Obviously, all we ask for is a 90-day commitment, free of charge. Honestly, you'll just make some really good friends and get some good connections. Yeah. So anything else, Diana?
No, we're just excited. And I think we're going to be planning our event soon. Our we really wanted to do like a big launch at the end of this month, but we didn't feel like we should just kind of throw it all together. We wanted it to be a lot of fun. We're kind of playing around with a few ideas. We have some good connections that have some fun events going on that we're going to be tagging along to see if we want to incorporate an event like that. So lots of fun things coming up. I feel like we always say that, but at least this time we finally announced one of the fun things that are happening. So make sure that you guys message us if you have any questions about the 1% Better Club. We are just very super excited. So I think it's
please help support, even if you have a silly goal. Like just join it just for fun.
We'll match someone else with a silly goal with you. You're not going to be the only silly person. So we'll make sure you're included. But anyway.
Yeah, very quick podcast because honestly, the day is just really busy. After me and Diana got stuck with all the technical difficulties, we were like, we just need to make this fast. But at the end of the day, we're here to be accountable. We had to do it. So very quick podcast just to kind of recap on where life is. Honestly, I just really wanted everyone to hear about how Diana got ghosted because I just think it's crazy. But we are super excited next time. Hopefully we can dive into some more things and talk about how accountability group is going. Because we should be doing our podcast right when that's kicking off.
Absolutely. And I think our biggest thing is that we're still staying consistent with our podcast, even though we get like a few little, you know, fast episodes, and it really matters that we're just here, we're showing up, and that's exactly what we want to, you know, teach other people as well, that no matter, even if we have the hardest days where our heads are just all cloudy, we don't even know what to talk about, it's just all that matters is that we're here and we want to share the same, you know, experience with others. So.
You know what? If Alani would just sponsor my podcast so I could drink my Alani and have caffeine, I think my life would be a lot easier and I would know exactly what to say because I'm so brain fogged. Also, I'm going to put a little picture like right here in the middle. And
what we saw today.
This is an Alani that got murdered.
A tragedy.
A tragedy.
I don't even drink Alani.
An Alani got murdered in my parking lot today, and I was very unwell about it. So,
in your parking lot.
We're going to get this wrapped up so I can stop this podcast and get my brain together, grab an Alani before my next 6 appointments because it's going to be a late night.
An Alani at this time of day? Okay.
Yeah. Alani, please sponsor me.
Please help her.
Anywho, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in for the episode. Please check out the group. See if it's a good fit for you. We'd love to have you join us. It'll be a lot of fun. Diana and I are going to tune out. This is a hot mess. We're just a hot mess today. But you know what? We're fucking here.
Meant to be productive, and we're here.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Thanks for tuning in to We Meant to Be Productive.
Bye, guys.
You tried again? Okay. Thanks for tuning in to We Meant to Be Productive. Bye.